Hello and welcome to the Tarolin Books YouTube channel. I'm Gareth Baker and I'm joining you today for a small interview with some of your top questions. That's an excellent question. I think children are just great fun, aren't they? You know how to enjoy yourself, you know how to have adventures, so why not write books that are going to fill your imagination with such wonderful stories that hopefully will make you want to go and have your own adventures too. I had an amazing childhood, although at the time I didn't really think so. I was really lucky. My dad was a shepherd, so we lived on farms in the middle of nowhere. Sometimes I did get a bit lonely, but when I think back, I had so much freedom to do all manner of things. I would disappear for hours in forests, pretending I was a Jedi Knight, pretending I was Robin Hood, living all these adventures in my head, which I can now use to make brilliant stories for you. It's all about a girl called Alice who has a rather sad start to her summer holiday, and in it she uncovers the power of the magic of wishes when one night during a meteor storm she makes a wish to meet her best friend, who she thinks is a friend that she's left behind when she moved house, but actually she's going to meet somebody completely new. Well, I originally had the idea when I was on holiday and I was travelling on a steam train, and I can't remember entirely how it came about, but I remember that my son took a photograph at the exact moment that I had the idea. And I think what really made me think of the idea was that my own daughter's best friend was moving away from the street in which we live in, and I could see how upset it was making her feel, so I thought I'd cash in on her pain and turn it into a story, and hopefully it would help to make her feel a little bit better. One of my favourite children's writers is Michael Morpurgo, and of all his books, Kenzuke's Kingdom has a particular connection with me, and it goes back to my days as being a teacher when I used to work in Year 6. I'm not sure schools do it quite so much anymore, but back in those days, a long time ago, when we used to use chalk and slate, the children used to read this book ready to get them to go to secondary school, where the secondary school would carry on doing some work around it. And it really is a beautiful, beautiful story. It's all about this boy whose dad loses his job, and he sells everything. They sell the house and they move away and they decide to buy a yacht and sail around the world. And then one night, Michael, the main character, falls overboard. And when he wakes up, he's on a desert island. And soon he gets to meet this enigmatic character, this Kenzuke, who's Japanese. And I don't really want to say any more because it will spoil it for you, but I'd highly recommend this book. I think I have such a strong connection with it because I read it out loud to at least 3 classes. And one of the things I really liked about it was obviously putting on all the voices, particularly a Japanese accent. But it's such a beautiful, touching story. And the very, very last part is a letter. And whenever I read that letter, it would always make me cry. Make sure you read this book. The next book that will be out, hopefully just in time for Christmas, will be Brackenbelly and the Beast of Hogbottom Farm. In this book, I'm going to take you to an entirely new planet, which has 2 moons, human and alien races, but most importantly, enormous birds that are large enough for you to ride on. There's swords, there's magic, there's superpowers, there's everything that I love in one action-packed story. So this is chapter 6. Alice, it's way past your bedtime, Mum said, poking her head out of the apartment door. Alice was still lying on the floor and looking at the stars. Mum and Dad had given up hours ago. The stone floor was cold, but Alice refused to get up, even to get a blanket. Just 1 more minute, Alice said, giving her mum her best puppy eyes. I suppose it is the holiday, Mum said, and she came and lay down on the floor next to Alice. You start your new job tomorrow, don't you? Alice asked. Yes, but look at the bright side. I'll never be far away, and neither will Dad. And you'll never have to stay at the after-school club ever again. I used to like going to the after-school club. Lily was there too, said Alice. Have you still had no luck ringing her? Mum asked. Alice shook her head. Try again tomorrow. OK. Right, off to bed, Mum said, and she started to get up. Look! Alice cried and pointed up through the dome. Wow, Mum said. A shower of shooting stars crossed over the dome, making the glass sparkle. Quickly, make a wish, Mum said. Lily said wishes can come true, Alice remembered. Quick then, before they all disappear. Alice smiled and said, I wish for my best friend. Right, bedtime, and don't forget to clean your teeth. Alice wished her dad good night and disappeared into her bedroom. She put her pyjamas on, cleaned her teeth and jumped into bed. She was just starting to feel warm and sleepy when she noticed she'd left the curtains open. Alice climbed out of bed and closed the curtains that faced the back garden. Then she went to the window near her bed. She was just about to pull them closed when another shooting star flashed past her window, filling the room with light. That's odd, Alice said. That one seemed really close, like I could almost touch it. Alice ran across her bedroom and pulled the curtains back open. Outside, all was in darkness, except for the moon and its reflection in the lake. The island in the middle of the water was just a dark blob, but something caught Alice's eye. There was something sparkling right in the centre of the island. Right, I'm afraid I must go. I've got books to write. So, remember, keep safe and work hard. Bye!